Welcome to Live with Elder Kabeer, where we are reminded to be faithful in the little. I am the voice behind the scenes, Deacon David. Today we have an encouraging show for you today. Please watch till the end, and we hope you are blessed by this live stream.
All right. Shalom, shalom, saints. I first want to thank the Most High Yah, and I want to give all praise to him because if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I'm thankful for his only begotten son, my master, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. And I'm so thankful that Yah gave us a Jeremiah 3:15 pastor and Pastor Charles Dow Jr. at Straightway Truth Ministry, which I am very humbled and fortunate to be an elder there at Straightway Truth Ministry. Today, guys, we have an amazing show for you guys. So I'm so thankful that you guys are all here. Remember to subscribe, like, comment, please. It helps the channel. Appreciate you guys being on here. But today, we're going to go over four signs that she doesn't really love you. And so to get our minds set for today's show, I don't want this to be too long today, but to get our minds set in the right mindset. See, a lot of us come from a Roman Greco mindset because of the school that we went to. And so to get your guys' mind ready to be more concrete, we're going to share this passage. But this show, what we hear about here at Straightway is that we're going to be giving you guys real biblical solutions to real relationship problems. And so everything you need to know is in that book. The world don't have answers out there for you. We have the answer, and it's in the book, the Torah, the prophets, the gospels, the epistles, what they call the Holy Bible. So I'm looking forward to helping you guys. But to get our minds right here, we got to take off our Roman Greco hat and put on our concrete, our more of our Hebrew and our concrete hat. We need to put that on. Remember from last week, the abstract versus concrete. And to get our minds right, you can't do any better than using Yeshua HaMashiach, his words, to get us in the right mindset so that we can be able to listen to today's show and understand the signs. So we're going to have our dearly beloved, my brother, my deacon, the man behind the scenes, the voice behind the scenes, Deacon David. Hey, read us today's scripture to get our mind in the right mind frame. So, Deacon, please, if you can read Matthew chapter 7, verse 15 to 20, appreciate it.
Beware of false prophets, which come to you in sheep's clothing, but inwardly they are ravening wolves. Ye shall know them by their fruits. Do men gather grapes of thorns or figs of thistles? Even so, every good tree bringeth forth good fruit, but a corrupt tree bringeth forth evil fruit. A good tree cannot bring forth evil fruit, neither can a corrupt tree bring forth good fruit. Every tree that bringeth not forth good fruit is hewn down and cast into the fire. Wherefore by their fruits ye shall know them.
All right, there you go. So by their fruits you shall know them. And so this is what Yeshua says. So to give you guys a visual of what Yeshua, and to get that concrete mindset. When I say concrete, I'm saying hot or cold, or black or white, or what was another one? Just true or lie. It's nothing in between. None of this abstract, lukewarm. It's going to be either black or white. We usually are discouraged from being too black and white. They always say, come on, it's a little bit in the gray so that they can be able to deceive us. No, we want to keep it concrete, not abstract. We want to keep it more Hebrew and not Roman Greco mindset. And so to give you a visual, Deacon, please give us a visual. All right, right there. You see a picture. Blow it up. Show up that picture. I want everybody to meditate on that. Look at that. You can clear. These are trees. You can see the good tree, the bad tree. Clearly, you don't have to think about it. You don't have to go to school for it. If you have eyes to see, you can clearly see which one is good, which one is bad. You can see what's alive, what is dying. Clear. Can you see that, Deacon?
I can see it. It's very clear. You got that.
Hey, if everybody can see that, I just want to make sure before we start, because I want to show you guys the 4 signs that she doesn't really love you, and it is going to be biblical answers, solutions. That's going to be so clear that you're going to be able to identify it, just like this picture. If you guys can see this picture, please put in a 7 right now. Put in a 7 right now. I want to make sure everybody's involved. Everybody can see that picture. Is it clear? Because I want to make sure your screen is right. You guys can see it. It's clear. If it's fuzzy, let us know. Put a 7 if it's clear. We're going to give people some time here before we get into the 4 points. All right. We're getting some 7. No fuzziness. Okay. Everybody can see clear. This is concrete thinking right here. Good, bad. Alive, dying. Right there. Good tree. All right. So we're going to go into our first one. The first sign that she is unfaithful, you can put it back, is that obviously this is the obvious one, cheating or unfaithfulness. If your woman is cheating or being unfaithful, it is a clear sign that she does not love you. Now, we're going to give you guys some concrete evidence, concrete signs, what that looks like. So we're not just going to just go through real quick, but we want to make sure you can see what that looks like. Now, everybody knows the obvious, right? If your woman is sexually unfaithful, stepping out on her man, or having any type of committing adultery or sleeping with another man, it is clear that she does not love you. That is a clear sign. Once you do it, it's over. It's done. It's just clearly over. All right. So that's fine under the cheat and unfaithfulness category. Number 2, in the same category, another point is that not being loyal to your desire. Let me say that again. Not being loyal, faithful to your desire. Let me give you a small example here. Let's say that if I want my woman to, let's say if I want my woman to wear pink socks and yellow socks, I want her to wear a mixed match. I don't want it to match. I don't want pink, pink, yellow, yellow. I want yellow on the right one, and I want pink on the left socks. That's on her feet. That's exactly what I want. Now, some people may think, if I ask Deacon said, well, that's weird. That's not what I like. I like more blue. I don't care what you like. This is what I like. I like to see my woman in a mixed match socks. I want pink and yellow. For some reason, it turns me on. That's what I like. That's what I want. And now if she has her favorite color, she wants to do her own thing. If she decides to get matching socks or do what the pastor tells her to do or do what Beyonce or somebody else is doing, guess what? It's a clear sign she does not love you, because she should be loyal to your desire. It doesn't matter what anybody else wants. It's about what you want. And if she can't give you pink socks, yellow socks, exactly the way you want it, or no, the way you described it, then it's a clear sign that she loves you. It may be small. See, a lot of people think that when it's small, it's not a big deal. I'll give you another example. This is a real life example. I experienced this stuff. I wish somebody would have told me this stuff, because I didn't think it was a big deal, but it was a big deal. That's why one of the things you see on our thing is be faithful in the little. I have learned that if you're not faithful with the little, you're not going to be faithful in the big things. Here's another good example. You got an example here that I remember telling this woman that I used to be in a relationship. I was in a relationship with a woman for a long time. I was in a relationship with her, and I didn't want her drinking coffee throughout the week because she loved coffee. Man, she was addicted to coffee. From my perspective, I thought she was addicted to coffee. Now, I know a lot of people love their coffee. I'm not against coffee. I drink coffee from once in the blue moon. I drink coffee if I need it. But she needed her coffee. It didn't matter if she was awake, sleeping. She wanted that coffee. And I wanted her to only have coffee on Saturday. I picked the day. I said, Saturday is treat day. It's cheat day, treat day, whatever you want to call it. That's the only time you can have your coffee and your chocolate. There was even chocolate in there, but I'm going to just say coffee. So anyway, now people may think, oh, he's controlling, and how come she can't have coffee? What's the big deal, right? So I didn't know this until I ran into a longtime friend. I ran into a long-term friend and said, oh, she asked me, yeah, I remember when you used to be with that woman, with your girlfriend. I remember sometime when I would come over to hang out with her, she would ask me to pick up some Starbucks coffee during the week. And I knew you didn't like it, but we all just joked around thinking it wasn't a big deal. Like, yeah, Kabeer, Kabeer. He just, I don't know. He's making a big deal. He's too anal. That's the word. He was too anal, So she would be drinking coffee in front of our mutual friend. We had a mutual friend, and she didn't think it was a big deal. And guess what? You find out that's cheating. See, some people will not think that. People think cheating is just when you're sleeping with another man or sleeping outside the relationship. But that's cheating because she disobeyed my command. She was not loyal to my desire. I didn't want her drinking coffee throughout the week, except on Saturday. That's the day that I wanted her to drink coffee. She wanted to drink it outside. So that is a sign she doesn't love you. I know, as small as it may be, it has to be revolved around that man. All right. Point number three. You may hear this. My husband needs prayer. Now they come to the pastor or to their girlfriend. Can you please pray for my husband? Right? Oh, hold on. Before I go into that one point, we do have a passage on that one. Deacon, can you pull up 16, Luke 16, verse 10 about that? Yep, this is it right here. Read.
He that is faithful in that which is least is faithful also in much, and he that is unjust in the least is unjust also in much.
All right, so there you go. So even Yeshua says, if you're not faithful with the least, you're not going to be faithful when it's a lot, right? You're not going to be faithful just because all of a sudden, if you're not faithful with the penny, don't think you're going to be faithful when you get $1 million. Guys, I'm a financial advisor. In my own professional opinion, and I can't, give my professional opinion without it being cleared, but I think this is basic advice here. If you're not faithful with $1, I have seen this 100%. I've never seen where somebody is unfaithful with $1 and all of a sudden they're faithful with millions of dollars. Look at so many people in NFL. You can talk to the director of financial who gives out all the Pell Grants or scholarship checks to the players. And she always says, I can always tell you who's going to be broke in the NFL when their career is over. I remember my college one told me, Kabeer, you're going to be very good. Why? Because you never asked me to pay you early so you could pay your rent. It seems like for whatever reason, you never need the money. You always get the money when we hand it out. A lot of people always comes in a week later, a week early, a month early, asking, can I please get my money? I'm going to get evicted. I need my money now and stuff like that. I've never asked for it in advance because I was already faithful with the little I had. And so then when I got the millions, guess what? Nothing changed. I did the same thing I did with the million that I did with my $1. So the same thing is true in the relationship. If the woman is not going to be faithful even in the little things, even what the world may call little, it should be a big deal because you asked her to do it. And if she doesn't do it, she doesn't love you. That's a clear sign. All right, move on to the next one. So the next one, you may have a woman going to the pastor or going to her girlfriend or going to some spiritual guy and say, can you please pray for my husband? See, she goes in there looking like she wants to pray for her husband under the guise that she's looking for help. But in actuality, that is a clear sign she doesn't love you. Because what that does is she's literally shaming her husband. If you want to pray for your husband, you pray for your husband. You don't need to go to other people and say, oh, yeah, can you pray for my husband? He's dealing with this and this and that. That's no one's business unless he's told you to go and ask people to pray for him. So if you're going around and praying and asking people to pray for your husband, it's a clear sign that this woman does not love you. Do you want to add to that, Deacon?
No, I mean, I think you're right. I think that that's an easy way to kind of be a covert, narcissistic type of person is where you're coming in and like, well, like, what's wrong? Oh, no, nothing. What's wrong? Just pray for my husband. Well, what's going on? Well, he just, he's dealing with this, and but it's in the guise of help and prayer, right? So the person receiving this information is thinking like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, it's not bad to pray, right?
Yeah.
But really, she's just gossiping. She's telling something that should be kept within the relationship, unless the husband directs for a different position.
Mhm.
But if she hasn't given that direction, she hasn't been given that direction, she should go home and talk to her husband.
I remember when I was playing with the Green Bay Packers, and it was my rookie year. I think it was my rookie. I just became a Christian. And I remember going to my first Bible study, and one of our teammates' girlfriend was at the Bible study. No, they weren't even at the Bible study. But one of our teammates' girlfriend, which was another wife or something, was telling the group and saying, hey, guys, pray for such and such. Let's say it's like Deacon. Let's say Deacon was playing ball. But one of the another, like somebody else's wife said, hey, I talked to David's Deacon's David's wife, and she said pray for her husband. He's in jail because spouse, something. She was just asking for prayer. And I remember, like, not that he got arrested or anything, but I remember now, guys, I was like a little baby, and sometimes my mind is like that. Really, it's not like a little baby. I just think that my mind was just always been concrete. I think maybe because of my background, the way I grew up with my Nigerian parents, I don't know, but I've always had this concrete. But I remember just saying that I didn't even know how I called it, but I said, isn't this gossip? Like, how do we know this to be true? And bro, you saw the Christians. I remember it was some guys, they said, guys, no, this is how we know what to pray for. I said,
Wow.
but we're praying for something and we don't even know if it's true or not. And you're only going off of the testimony of this woman based off of talking to her wife. And we don't even, and it's putting him in the negative light. I remember saying that. They said, no, Kabeer, you're being too legalistic. You're being too black and white. You see, this is why I want to come against this black and white, because this is the type of stuff that we're taught, that if you're black and white, if you're too legalistic, that you're wrong. No, it's right. It's the right way of thinking. Just like what Jesus says, you will know them by their fruit. Just like you look at a tree, you can tell if it's good or bad. And I just asked a question. I literally said, is this not gossip? And they shut me down and explained to me, you're just a baby Christian. This is what we got to do so we know what to pray for. So anyway, I don't want to, continue belaboring. I just want to give you guys, this is a clear sign. If she's going around asking for people to pray for her about you, it's a clear sign she does not love you, straight up, unless it was directed by her. You ask, hold up, did your husband know that you're telling us to pray for this? Did you ask his permission? That's the first thing you stop that person right there if somebody's doing that to you in that regard. But if she's going around doing that, so yeah, I prayed for you about such and so. Your wife told us to pray for you. Is a clear sign she doesn't love you. You should write in a note, this woman does not love me, right there. All right, the next one is, next point under the same category of cheating and unfaithfulness. It says this can look like she's getting advice. If your woman, now the world will say wife, but if your woman, it doesn't matter, but if your woman that you have a relationship with is going around and getting advice from other men or other women without your permission, it is a clear sign she does not love you. Hey, we got a scripture to back that up. Deacon, please read out of 1 Corinthians chapter 14, verse 35.
And if they will learn anything,
Key word, anything, not some things, not half things, not just woman issue. Well, okay, but how about if it's woman issue? No, you ask him anything. Read.
let them ask their husbands at home.
At home. Why do I got home? Because that lets you know it should be done in private. It shouldn't be done in the open. Well, honey, how about this? And you ask him a question and you're putting them on the spot. And now everybody's looking like, yeah, what is that? No, you ask your question, and don't be going around asking the question in front of the pastor or in front of somebody or trying to embarrass him by your questioning. I've seen that. It's wicked. It's a clear sign she does not love you. Clear sign that she doesn't love you. Read.
For it is a shame for women to speak in the church or something.
You guys hear that? See, in the assembly, it's a clear sign she's shaming this woman. For it is a shame for a woman to speak. like that. If you have a question, if your woman is asking questions and she's making you and asking questions in front of people or going around asking people, or even I'll give another example. This is a big one in Christianity where they be listening to Tony Evans or what's that woman's name that looks like the Joker? What's that woman? Joyce Myers. Joyce Myers, or all these women. They listen to all these people, but they don't go and ask their husband for permission to even listen to this stuff. Like, for example, my women, I tell them, hey, I want you to listen to Sister to Sister. See, they're listening to it because I want them to listen to it. They're listening to Pastor Dow because I'm telling them, I've directed what I want them to listen to. And if there's something that I like that I want them to listen to, I tell them to listen to it, and then we talk about those things. See, there's nothing wrong with listening to somebody, but it needs to be. But if she's going around listening to other people and they say, hey, well, such and such says this, and I asked Charlie, or I asked Shaquita, or I asked the pastor, or the whatever, it's a clear sign she does not love you. It's a clear sign. So these are all forms of cheating and being unfaithful. And if you see these things, don't doubt your gut. That spirit within you is telling you that she's cheating. We have a spirit, us men, Yah has given us the spirit of jealousy, a spirit. So when you feel something is not right, you say, wait a minute, and you know it, but we've been taught to ignore it. We've been taught to say, nah, you just being jealous, you being insecure. If you are sensing that your woman is cheating, don't ignore it. That is there to warn you that that woman does not love you. That's a clear sign. So anyway, next point. All right, now we're going to go to point number two. Point number two, the second sign. The second sign that that your woman does not love you. Controlling. If the woman is trying to control you, and there's many ways that she can control you. And we have a beautiful verse for this one in Proverbs 31:3. Read.
Give not thy strength unto women, nor thy ways to that which destroyeth kings.
So different ways that women try to control their men. They try to do it emotionally. How do they do it emotionally? Man, this is my favorite one. I'm gonna give you guys, you know this, but I'm gonna give you one this is my classic. This is my classic favorite one. And I'm being facetious when I say my favorite one is when your woman is walking around like the dog died or somebody, or the cat died or something, walking around sad or whatever, and you ask her what's wrong. What's her favorite answer? Give me the drum roll. Give me the answer, Deacon. What's her favorite answer?
Nothing.
This thing drives you crazy. Literally drives you just bonkers. Like, what do you mean nothing? You're walking around here with a sad face. I don't know what's happened. And as a concerning man, you ask her what's wrong, and she says nothing. When a woman is telling you nothing, she is a clear sign she doesn't love you, because she's trying to control you. She's trying to emotionally control you. You may be focusing on game. I can't tell you how many times I had a big time game or an examination, and my woman would try to distract me. She'll be sad. I'm like, I got a game, and now you want to put this thing on me? Like, you want to put this right now. Like, you couldn't do it 2 days ago, 3 days ago. You want to put it literally hours before the game. Are you kidding me? See, she wants to, because she's selfish. When that's a sign of selfishness when a woman does that to you. Clear selfishness. Another one, when she tries to control your actions, who you hanging out with, or why are we going in this? Why are we going in this direction? Or if you want to go check out this church or whatever. Anytime a woman is trying to control you, a woman should only be in a position to help. She should be assimilated to you. She should be following you, not controlling you. She should be just the body, not the neck. She shouldn't be the neck trying to control the head. If the woman is a controller and she's trying to control you, she's clearly does not. That's a clear sign she does not love you. Let me give you, I'm quoting a guy named Coach Greg Adams. He had this term where he says, you got to be able to control your meat, protect your meat. I'm not talking about the meat that people are talking about. Get your mind out of the gutter. I'm talking about the meat where it says meat means. Do we have those? Do we have those terms, or do I got to memorize it? Meat means money. E, what's E for? Your energy. A for
Attention.
attention. That's a big one. Attention, and T for time. So you got money, emotions, attention, and time. Women try to control these four things. If she's trying to control your money, your emotions, your attention, your time, it's a clear sign she does not love you. I got this. I'm giving credit to Coach Greg Adams. He has a good channel out there. You get some good stuff out there from a secular point of view, but it's truth. It's still truth. It's the nature of women. These are the things that they try to do to control you. So when you see women trying to control your meat, it's a clear sign she doesn't love you. So I think we said right there, they're trying to control who your pastor is going to be, trying to control your friends. Sometimes I'll give you an example just in the truth. Your pastor could be talking really hard and the women really don't like what he's saying. I think son, I really don't like what he's saying. He's making me uncomfortable being here. Can we look into another church? You see right there, you made a decision. This is the church for you and your family. And if she's trying to control, it's a clear sign she doesn't love you. Even when the guy is wrong, the woman should try to win her husband over by her what? Her chase, her obedience, her being subjected to that man. That's how you win a man over, not trying to control him. So these are clear signs. If a woman is trying to control you in any way, and the best thing I can think of is meat, is a clear sign she doesn't love you. Just like I gave you the example, you can tell a good tree from a bad tree. It's so clear. So if you're seeing that the woman is trying to control you, a light should come on. Boom! That light should come on and say, unlove alert or something. This woman doesn't love me. It should be an alert. Boom! Right there. And you should bring attention to it and get to the bottom of it. But it's a clear sign that she doesn't love you. All right. Point number three. Gaslighting. Gaslighting. When a woman is gaslighting you, I'm talking about a clear sign. You couldn't even get any clearer than that. It's so black and white. It's a clear sign she does not love you. What is gaslighting? I'm going to give you the definition. Deacon, can you give us the definition of gaslighting?
Yes, Elder. Psychological manipulation of a person, usually over an extended period of time, that causes the victim to question the validity of their own thoughts, perception of reality, or memories, and typically leads to confusion, loss of confidence, and self-esteem.
All right. So guys, I've actually experienced this. It is so crazy. I mean, they start blaming that you have CTE. They start getting you to doubt. If you as a man are starting to doubt your decisions, what you believe, starting to self-doubt. And when you start to lose that woman is literally getting, then using friends. They do what they call triangulation, where now you get 2 or 3 people to try to cause confusion, to try to gaslight you. It is a clear sign she doesn't love you. Matter of fact, one of the things that you really learn about gaslighting is that gaslighting is a form of witchcraft. That is witchcraft. Anytime a woman is being rebellious and trying to manipulate, that is a sign that she is doing witchcraft on you. Straight up manipulation, witchcraft. A woman should not be doing that to her husband. Clearly, that's a clear sign that she doesn't love you. So, like I said, guys, going back to that tree, it should be very clear. Bad, good. These are clear signs, guys. I want to give you guys practical advocate. This is something that when this video is done, when this live stream is done, you should be able to go home and put this to the test right now. You can know if your woman loves you right. Even before this finished, you should already know. Maybe some of the stuff I was saying, like, wow, I've been with this woman for 15 years and I thought she loved me. And now, based off the stuff that Elder Kabeer is saying, I'm starting to find out she really never loved me. Because I asked her to make me a cheesecake. And she said, I don't have time. or even just warm up a honey bun or something. I don't. She doesn't want to do it. Or can you do this? These are clear signs, guys, that you can see that. Don't question that. It should be black and white.
And don't be fooled by these.
Don't be fooled. Don't be fooled. If you guys are enjoying what you're hearing, if you guys are agreeing, please put in 8 for great. Put in 8. This has been great so far. We still have more to show. We almost winding down here. We get into the conclusion here, and I got my favorite one. This is the big one, but we're gonna save that. We're gonna have a little intermission. But give me an 8 if you guys are following. Please hit the like button, hit the 8, and subscribe if you haven't subscribed.
All right, Saints, we're going to go into this quick section here called Reaction Time with Elder Kabeer.
As a woman, you need to learn how to flip the script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. And I'm telling you, it's going to get you everything you want every time. It never fails. This is a skill that you need to master.
Damn.
Okay, before we go to this guy's reaction, Elder, what? I mean,
Wow.
you just talked about gaslighting.
You guys, see, guys, this is real. I'm not making this thing up. This woman is literally advising other women how to do witchcraft. Always make it the man's fault. Always find something that man is just keep saying he is his fault. I don't care what it is. You slept wrong. You were looking at that woman, or you didn't open the door for me, or you didn't do this, or we don't do date nights, or whatever thing. She's always going to make it about you doing something wrong. And when a woman does that, what she's doing is she's putting you in the position like a child. She's putting you in the position so that she can have authority over you. That's clearly because anybody the man should be dictating. The man should determine what's right and wrong. The woman shouldn't be determining what's right and wrong. You should be determining what's right and wrong. She's accountable to you. You're not accountable to her. And so this right here is a perfect example. When I'm saying that this is a clear sign that this woman does not love you. You hear this woman. This is how the modern women, especially in the West and all over the world probably, but I know the West, this is how they think. They literally find ways to manipulate men to do witchcraft, to make it all their fault, and these men are falling for it. And instead of them focused to be on purpose, they're focusing on what the woman deems what's right. And the problem is because a lot of men are insecure. A lot of men are looking for validation from women instead of looking for validation from the Most High Yah. They're looking for validation from women when you should. It's better to get, I'd rather you get validation from a man than from a woman, from your father or from your heavenly father or from your pastor who's trying to help you. But you should not, as a man, be getting validation from a woman. So if a woman thinks that her validation is the most important thing, is a clear sign she doesn't love you. But anyway, that's my reaction to it. Like, wow, I can't believe she actually voiced this. But now you guys know I'm not making this thing up. This is a woman. I don't know this woman.
I think we should play it one more time for them.
Play it one more time and let it play all the way through.
The people in the back didn't get it.
Yeah.
As a woman, you need to learn how to flip the script and make everything that man's fault. Even it don't matter what you do, you need to be able to flip it back on him. Whatever it is, I promise you it can be turned into his fault. He needs to think that everything that's wrong is because of him. And I'm telling you, it's going to get you everything you want every time. It never fails. This is a skill that you need to master.
Damn it, man. I told you. Hey, didn't I tell you? I told y'all women have to make everything your fault to put them in the position of authority so that they will have power over you. If she's nagging you every day about things she shouldn't complain about, that makes you always wrong. And if you're always wrong, she's always right. Thus giving her the power in the relationship. Let them talk long enough and they're going to tell on themselves every time.
Clearly, this is a sign that this woman does not love you. How many times have you guys, anybody that's listening to this will know what I'm talking about. Oh, you know, the old lady, she's always right. You know, they're always concerned by getting trouble by their old lady, the woman of the house. She wears the, I mean, this is it. I'm guys, I'm putting myself on the sword here. for 16 years. It didn't matter how well I tried to be a good husband, no matter how many marriage counseling or marriage conference we went to. Even in the conference, they always positioned it that the man was wrong and the man is the one that needed to change. And if the man changed, then the woman can be happy. The only reason why the woman isn't happy is because the man did something wrong. Literally, when the woman leaves, it's because of something the man did. And literally, I remember my 16 years marriage, 8 children, very good provide. You guys know me. You guys know Elder Kabeer. You know your elder, right? I put it out there. Check the videos out. But listen to this. I remember when she left, they said, "What did you do wrong?" I'm like, "What?" Like, wow. It was automatically assumed I did something wrong. And then what happens when you think you do something wrong? Now you're trying to get validation, and now they got you under their thumb, and you're trying to prove that you're right. And as long as you're always trying to prove to the woman that you're right, she got the power. She's the head. She's the one that got the power, not you. You just give your strength over to a woman. I can tell you this right now, that would never happen. Now I'm going with my spider senses, if that's what they used to call it. I got my concrete hat on, and now I can clearly see when a woman loves me or doesn't love me. I can clearly see it. And now I'm trying to make sure that this is what I wish somebody would have told me back then. So these are clear signs. This woman said it's very important that you perfect this skill. This is stuff that women talk about. I don't know how they get the memo. Now with YouTube, after the YouTube and all this social media, women are now sharing how, this is what they used to talk about in secret. Now it's out there for the world to see. You guys saw it right there. Yeah. So, all right, go to the next reaction. I think you have another reaction.
Yeah, but I do have another one here, Elder.
She just pepper sprayed me for no reason in my house.
I can't keep following me.
No, I ain't following you nowhere. No, I don't have a gun. You really doing this lying stuff again? I'm recording everything.
Please hurry.
Yeah, please hurry, because she's crazy. Please hurry, she's crazy.
Thank you.
Please hurry up, she's crazy.
I can't keep following.
No, I'm not. I'm upstairs.
Guys, are you guys seeing? See, guys, I'm telling you, with these wicked ass women, you literally need to have your phone when they start recording, because that may be the only thing that saves your ass from going to jail. That may be the only thing, because this is what women been doing for years, especially in this country, that embolden women to be wicked. This woman is literally lying on this man and talking about this man has hit me, he's got a gun, he got this. And thank God that he is literally recording. You can see her crying. I'm talking about women drop tears like left and right. I'm telling you, it was always amazing when I was in my previous relationship, how she can, like, she would be talking like a man voice. And as soon as somebody walks into the room, her voice turns soft and tears start pouring like stream. I'm like, wow. And people be looking at me like, you don't see this? Yeah, I see it. I just saw it change like a transformer. I'm shocked more by how she was able to transform from a man into a victim. This is what happens. So this is a clear sign. This was happening to me a lot. And because I ignored the signs or was ignorant, I would say I was more ignorant. And because Christianity taught me not to go with that, this is a clear sign she doesn't love you. It's a clear sign. I don't care how many times she tells you with her words that I love you. I love you. It's a clear sign. This stuff, she does not love you. This man needs to cut this woman off. Get rid of her. This will not be the last. If she's done this, this will not be the last time she does this. Anyway, that's my reaction.
Yeah, I'm gonna play one more time, Elder.
Let me calm my words, man. This is shocking.
I'll play it one more time. I'll play it all the way through here.
She just pepper sprayed me for no reason in my house.
I can't keep following me.
No, I ain't following you nowhere. No, I don't have a gun. You really doing this lying stuff again? I'm recording everything.
Please hurry.
Yeah, please hurry, because she's crazy. Please hurry, she's crazy.
Thank you.
Please hurry up, she's crazy.
I can't keep following
No, I'm not. I'm upstairs.
That, ladies and gentlemen, is the classic scenario. Domestic disagreement, woman calls the cops, pretends to be the victim. Notice he said he got pepper spray. Notice she's on the phone with 911 with all the drama and the fake crime. Notice she said he had a gun. That's to paint the narrative so when they show up, they'll show up guns drawn, ready for action. Get on the ground! Get on the ground!
Guys, I'm gonna tell you something. This is the type of stuff is dangerous. Like one thing I noticed, and I'm just going off of just a real quick. I mean, the woman seemed like she got a nice, shapely body. She may be somewhat pretty, but these are the type of stuff. I'm not, guys. This is all women. Please, I'm not going to even categorize this. But I'm telling you, but the prettier they are, the prettier are because we get caught. We so happy. We got this beautiful woman on our arm and everything. The prettier, the more dangerous they can be. That's why the word literally warns us of a woman with her lips with honeycomb on it. Just seductive. This is the type. These women are wicked. And I bet you before he got to this scene, before he was in that situation, this woman already was showing signs that she was wicked. He didn't know how to identify it. He was not able to recognize the signs. This is a clear sign that this woman does not love him.
I'm sorry, Elder.
Go ahead.
Interject. I was saying, I noticed what he said in the one part. He says, "Are you doing that lying thing again?" So this is not the first time. So he's allowed this behavior, and he's been okay with it. Maybe I forgive you.
But guess what? But this time he taped it. So obviously
he learned something.
This time he put his phone out and he had his thing taping this time. He said, I'm gonna tape this one because if he didn't tape it, no one would believe him. Exactly. Everybody's yeah. She put pepper spray in your eyes. Yeah, she's a little old. Look, I'm 6'4", 280 something pounds. And the woman is crying, and she's saying, he got a gun. He's a football player. He played in my kids' done. And then all of a sudden, they got a gun on me, got me. I mean, bro, this is the type of stuff.
Oh, yeah.
Men, you got to protect yourself. But this is a clear sign. He already saw the signs. That's why he was somewhat prepared. But guys, I'm telling you, it's time for us men to start waking up. We got to wake up. We got to understand that these signs are real. We cannot ignore it. We got to do something about it. We cannot ignore this sign.
Yep, exactly.
Anyway.
And Saints, that was reaction time with Elder Kabeer.
All right, guys. Back to our last point. We're doing good on time a little bit over here, but it's all good. But our last point, put that concrete hat back on. Don't lose it, because we tend to want to take that off and put our abstract hat back on and go back to that Roman Greco. We got to keep that Hebrew way of thinking. So once again, just like those trees, bad and good, right? Hot or cold, right? It's either black or white. It's clear. You're not going to. So here's the last one. If I had drum, next time we need to get some drum rolls. Drum rolls. Point number one. This is a clear sign. Now, there's no particular order, but this is just my favorite. But this is a clear sign that your woman does not love you if she does not obey you or honor you. Ooh, did I just say a bad word? I hope I don't get canceled from YouTube. That word right there could literally get this thing canceled. So you better download this video because they may take it down. Obedience. A woman, if she is not obeying her man or honoring him, is a clear sign she does not love you. Do you hear me? Obedience. Obey. So let's go and show you some examples of that. Here's an example. If she is not honoring you as a king of the house, you should feel like a king. If you come into your home and you last fiddle or you are afterthought, it's a clear sign this woman does not love you. You should feel like a king when you come into your room. You should be confident that when you come in, there should be concrete. When my woman sees me, my children see me, they literally bow down to me to show me that they honor me, that they love me. They don't even use the word "I love you." I can clearly see with my eyes that they love me. So if your woman is not, if you don't feel like a king and she's not treating you like a king, it's a clear sign she does not love you. That's how my women treat me. That's how I get treated. That's how I know. Previous relationship, nope, didn't get treated. Matter of fact, if the children, if they cooked dinner, I was the last one to get food. Can you believe that? Making millions of dollars, busting my butt to put food on the table, to provide a nice lifestyle. And I was I felt that way. I felt like, man, the dogs got taken care of better than I did. I got the scraps. I got the leftovers. I got whatever. An afterthought. I mean, man, if it was so bad for me, I couldn't wait till the children go to school, because at least I knew I was going to get breakfast cooked that morning. When the children was off school, if it was a holiday or a weekend, guess what? Your elder was not going to get fed. I had to go in there and make my own food. I'm putting myself in the sword, but I'm speaking from experience. And I didn't even know at the time right there, but I knew it. But they said, why do you associate that with love? How come you just can't look at it? She's tired, or she has 7 children and she forgot, or she slept in. So I was taught to not look at those signs, to ignore the signs. But Jesus clearly says, you will know them by their fruit. You will know a tree that is good and a tree that's bad. You will know. And the whole time I was being dishonored. Now that I'm here on Community, guess what? I know that I'm loved. I am the first person. Actually, my dad is first, but I am the first person next to my dad. It should be that way because he's my father, but I'm the first person to get my food. The first one. I am the first. And so as the head of the community, it makes sense. As the head of my family, it makes sense. And guess what? And then after me, Deacon. Who's the deacon here, second in command. He's the next one to get his food. And then after that, all the brothers get their food. And guess who get their food next? I think the children. And then the women are literally the last one to get their food. After everybody served, then the women get their food.
Oh, you're going to trigger some people here.
Oh, my goodness. What? Are we abusing our women? That is clearly how the food is ordered. I get it first, Deacon, all the brothers. And then the way we do it at Straightway Praiseland is that we do older from younger. And so the oldest brother, I think it's Brother Case, but our oldest brother to the youngest brother, that's how they get their food. And then I think we got my son there, DeAndre. He goes in there, he gets food, and then the children get the food, and then the women get their food last. That is so. If your woman is not making sure that you get the best of the food, the very best, is a clear sign she doesn't love you. Clear sign. And I'm telling you, I experienced that in my Christian, and that was actually okay. That was, they say you should be, the last will be first and the first will be last. Like they will use the Bible, twist it, and make you think it's okay for the woman to treat you less than, even though you're supposed to be the head.
Yep.
Are you guys hearing me?
That's good.
So if she's not honoring you as the head of the family, of the house, it's a clear sign she doesn't love you. If she is not obeying your request or your demand, if she does not obey you, it is a clear sign she does not love you. If you want your woman to do something and she doesn't do it, or if she said, oops, I forgot. I'm sorry. Sorry. If you think that she's Mrs. Sorry, it's a clear sign she doesn't love you. A clear sign. So if she can't obey you, matter of fact, let me give you a scripture. Deacon, please give us the Ephesians chapter 5, 22, 24.
Wives, submit yourself unto your own husbands as unto Yah. For the husband is the head of the wife, even as Christ is the head of the church, and he is the savior of the body. Therefore, as the church is subject unto Christ, so let the wives be to their own husbands in everything.
Not some things, everything. This is, God, these are stuff you should be looking for. It's right there in the word. It's right there in everything, not some things. Don't let people fool you. Say, well, that's different, or this is no, in everything. She should honor you just like, and here's another thing too. You could, if you really love your woman, if you truly love your woman and you're not correcting these behavior, the way she treats you is exactly how she treat Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ, the same way. So she can say, I love Jesus, I love Jesus. But if this is how she's treating you, that is how she's treating the Father. Hands down. I don't care how much she goes to church, she shed tears and fake it. If she is dishonoring you and not obeying you and everything, it is a clear sign she does not love Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. She does not love him. And she clearly doesn't love you. Clearly doesn't love you. Go to the next one. Matthew chapter 25, verse 7 to 8.
Ye hypocrites, well did Isaiah prophesy of you, saying, this people draweth nigh unto me with their mouth, and honoreth me with their lips, but their heart is far from me.
Do you guys hear that? See, that's what they do. They honor you with their lips, their mouth. I love you. I can't tell you in Christianity how many times I was told by my woman, by my children, in Christianity, they love me. I can't tell you. Now, my children, they had no choice but to obey me because I demand that. But my woman at the time, can't tell you how many times, bro, I'm telling you, if I got $1 for every time, I will be a billionaire. I'm not exaggerating. I can't tell you. I love you when I leave. I love you when I see you. I love you when you pass by. I love you. I love you. I mean, notes, I love you. But in function, her heart was far from me. And now I got the proof because the manifestation showed itself when the time came for me to love my master. She wasn't there to love me because she never really loved me. I remember Pastor Dow telling me, I don't think your woman, and that pastor, I know, Pastor, you were being very nice because I was in a low place. He wanted to like knock me down, but he said, I don't think Pastor knew. Because Pastor knows how to read the signs. He knows how to read signs. But he says, I don't think she really loved you. I don't think she really loved you. And I can say, Pastor, no, she didn't love me. The situation that we ended up in showed, it manifested, because if she was, she would have never, no doubt, departed. So I know she doesn't love me. So I'm telling you guys right now, this is a clear sign. If your woman is not obeying you in the little things, she's not going to obey you in much. It's a clear sign she doesn't love you. Read one more, Luke chapter 6, verse 46.
But why do you call me master, master, and do not do what I say?
So same thing. Why do you call me master? Now, in straightway, we got women that actually call their husband master. Now, out there in the world, they'll think it's crazy, but even in straightway, let's be real. How many of you women are calling your master, your husband master, but you're not doing what he's saying? You see, you're being a hypocrite. So this is what, so you got people, it's like your action speaks louder than your words, not your words. Even if you can put up that sign, I don't know if you have that sign of the communication, the circle, but your action will actually show more that you truly love him. The spoken word right here is only 7%. And you telling him, master, master, okay, I hear you, but now I'm going to be watching you. I'm going to watch your body language. I'm going to see your tone. I'm going to see your voice. I'm going to hear your voice tone. I'm going to look at this stuff to see how much you really love me. I hear the words, but now I want to see actions. And so many people can say master, master, even in this ministry.
Yeah.
Not all of us, not a lot, but let's be real. I'm just being real. And so we need to challenge ourselves. Are we truly loving our master? So if she's not obeying you and she's only giving you lip service, it's a clear sign that she doesn't really love you.
Elder, if I can interject something.
Yes, please.
I know we've heard Pastor say this. I know you've heard Pastor say this to you personally, but even just in general teachings, but he's always reminded us to not go off what people say, but go off what people do. And so this is clear because, I mean, when we're looking at this chart, body language and tone is most of the communication. What you're saying, it really doesn't mean anything when it's compared to what you're doing, how you're moving, how you said it, all that stuff. You know what I mean? Your tone and all that. So just just wanted to bring that in there.
So, guys, so here's this. So, once again, you can tell the difference between a good tree and a bad tree. These are concrete. You can literally put this to work right now. This is not something you have to go study. All you have to do is have eyes, if you can see. If you see, just look at what people are doing. The people that are supposed, if you're a man, you can tell if your women love you. I gave you 4 signs. I gave you about cheating, being unfaithful, controlling. If she's trying to control you, if she's gaslighting you, if she's not being obedient or honoring you, these are clear signs. So now, guys, listen to this. I see people in here. I want you guys to listen. Now, do you guys think I'm only talking to women? I'm not only talking to women. I'm talking to brothers too. Because we say that the head of every man is who? Christ, the Messiah, Yeshua HaMashiach, Jesus the Christ. If you are not obeying him and honoring him, if you're not doing the things that he commands us to do, guess what? It's a clear sign you don't love him. See, we're talking about relationship, but we should be able to see, are we doing the same thing? What is our women seeing in us with our master? Are we murmuring, complaining? Are we not being obedient to our head, our master? It's the same thing across the board. So don't just think that this is just about women. It's also about us men too.
Hallelujah. So
I hope that you guys can see, so you can clearly see in yourself. And Yah is giving us a beautiful book, the Bible. They call it the Bible, with the Torah, the prophets, and the new, what they call the New Testament, the gospel, the epistles. It's right there. We have commandments on how to love Yah and how to love our brethren. How do we treat each other is a clear sign, concrete, not abstract, not gray, black and white, hot or cold. Clear, concrete. So anyway, I just want you guys to know it's not, and is it double standard? Yes. They said, well, that's not fair. How come? It is double standard. There is a double standard. A woman cannot go out as a man goes out. There are 2 different things. 2 different things. So anyway, that's pretty much in. That's all I have for you guys. Those are the 4 signs that she doesn't really love you. And Deacon, I'll let you wrap it up.
Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe if you haven't already, saints. Remember to visit straightway.com for resources and newsletters. If you're interested in fellowship with Straightway, you can call the dining hall and ask for Elder Becker. The number to call is 615-688-3025. Again, if you're interested in fellowship, call the dining hall, ask for Elder Becker, and the number to call is 615-688-3025. You can also visit straightway.com for contact information. Elder Kabeer, give us your last words.
All right, guys. I hope you guys understood today. Today was just showing you guys 4 signs that she doesn't love you. It should be very concrete. It should be very clear, easy to see. Even a baby can look at it and say, that's good, that's bad. Very clear. And it's not just a relationship of women to the husband, but also us husband to our master, Yeshua HaMashiach. So, guys, I hope you guys are always remembered to be faithful in the little things. Be faithful in the little things. Thank you so much. Shalom, shalom.